Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are decorating for Halloween. I am not a huge Halloween lover, but my kids love it and it was my dad's favorite holiday. So I try to make it a little special for them. I'm adding to things more and more every year, but this is the 2023 version. We are going to hang some witch hats and do the floating candles on the fishing line. So that's what I'm working on here today. Moving on to one of my favorite parts of our Halloween decor this year. I got these bats that lots of people have, but I bend their wings a little bit to give them a little dimension so that they're not quite so flat. And I try to make it look like they're leaving the fireplace and swooping down the hallway. I use painter's tape to put them up instead of the adhesive that they come with. It doesn't take your paint off the walls then. So I recommend using painter's tape. It does take a lot of time to fold all the little pieces of tape up, but I promise you it's worth it because you will not have to repaint and your husbands will thank me. And then you can just stick them to each other when you take them down and you don't have to replace the tape every year. So that's what we're doing here. My kids love this part too, and this is probably Jeff's favorite part as well. Just a little tip, if you decide to do this and it covers such a big area like mine, if you go in and first make like the biggest structure with the biggest bats and kind of lay out how you want them to go, and then go back and fill in with the medium and then the second to smallest and the smallest. This kit that I have came with like really tiny ones that are like maybe 2 inches wide, and I really only use those right at the fireplace to make them actually look like they're flying out and then get bigger as they go down the hallway. So that just kind of helps when you have such an overwhelming space that you're going to be covering. Just start with the biggest ones and then go from there so you don't run out of anything by the time you get to the end. Just using the vacuum, sucking up a little bit of dog hair that got back behind the lanterns and some dust. And then I'm gonna put the wicker pumpkins out here on the mantle, or rather the fireplace, instead of out on the porch. It's been really windy this year, so I just didn't feel like chasing them all over the neighborhood. So we'll repurpose them inside. This is a new DIY project this year for me. I made these ghosts out of the tomato cages and styrofoam ball. You can find lots of tutorials for them online, but I just used 2 different sized tomato cages, 2 different sized styrofoam balls, and some Christmas lights and sheets. And then now we are moving on to the bats. These bats were on the Pottery Barn website for 2 for like $75, I think it was. That's absolutely outrageous. So I went to the Dollar Tree and I got some bats that had like the tinsel on them almost. Ripped that off and picked off all the glue. And then I'm using black twine to cover them. Just the shells of them, and then we're gonna wrap them with little twinkly lights and hang them up on the wall behind us. As you can see, it is another day, so I'm just using those same command hooks that I used for the hats and the candles, and to hang these are not very heavy at all. So these little hooks should do it. So I'm just wrapping some of those lights around, and then I will start hanging them on the wall. You can see I already have the battery pack up there on the wall, and we're gonna kind of cover that with one of the bats and go from there. Can you help me for a sec? Babe.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Did it go in the water?
Yep. And here's the finished product. My kids are obsessed, which is all that matters. Thanks so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already and smash that like button, and I will see you in the next video.